Day 145, Tuesday, 8:59 at night. I'm doing this earlier than usual, so this is a good sign. And more than likely, the title of this video is gonna relate to this thing. Okay, that was for the thumbnail real quick, but anyways, I realized something, right? And I'm gonna get into this thing. I'm gonna get into scheduling. I'm gonna get into different strategies that I'm gonna attempt for deal flow. And if you're new to this, this is the journey of 0 to 1 billion. I just document myself every day building my business models, LBOs. And let's get straight into it. So I realized something today, man. And it's not like I realized it today. I realized it before, but you know what? It's just time for me to change at this point. So number one, today I woke up super early, around like 5:45 a.m. I woke up really early. I got my day started super early. I worked out in the morning, so I didn't have to work out at night. And it's a huge mindset shift when you work out in the morning, because you come back home and it's like most of your work is done. So it's a different mindset, it's a different approach. So when I come home, it's a bit more strategic, it's a bit more precise. Like I'm not sporadic, like all over the place, because I have to work out. And if you're watching this, you did QLA, man, you know, most QLA guys, they don't think you have to work out. A strong body is a strong mind. That's literally a fact. So you need to work out. So I'm gonna start doing that from now on. I'm gonna wake up early, and I'm gonna work out in the morning. I'm gonna sleep early, and I'm gonna get back to cold calls, man, because it really just comes down to the cold calls. And here's the biggest thing I noticed, right? The software I use is called Seamless AI, right? I have an account with them. And I saw a stat today between like a bunch of different softwares. And Seamless AI, which is one of the more high tier softwares for numbers or whatever, on average, the dials, the phone numbers that they give you, about 38% of those numbers are going to be direct to the person that you're looking for. And a large majority of them are going to be crap. They're going to be, garbage. I did not realize that. I don't know why I didn't notice that. And I would run in, when I was doing a lot of cold calls, I would do a bunch of dials, and a lot of them would be garbage, man. Like I wouldn't even talk to the guy. Like I'm not scared of the rejection. I'm more so scared to find out that like this thing that I was trying to figure out didn't work and I have to refigure it out. But it's really a numbers game. It really is just a numbers game. The law of large numbers is always going to prevail. And as a result, I bought this thing. If you don't know what it is, it's a counter. I think they use it for golf or something like that. But the new goal for this channel, I want this to say 2,000, right? 2,000 dials. And this is directly talking to the seller, not a gatekeeper, no one else. Like I've done over 2,000 cold calls, but it's not all direct to the person I'm trying to reach. If I filter all those calls down, probably from those calls, I probably spoke with maybe 2, 3, maybe 400 sellers, maybe. But the model is set up for you to succeed after 2,000 cold calls. So 2,000 directly reaching the owner, right? And that's something that I knew and I heard, but I was like, nah, no way, no way. Because if you need to reach the owner, then how many dials do I really need to make? I probably need to make like 10,000 cold calls to get 2,000 owners. Okay, so now let's do the math, right? 10,000 cold calls, oh my God, dude, that's so much, blah, blah, blah. Dude, if you're trying to change your life and you're in the beginning and you have nothing, 2,000 cold calls is not a lot for the reward that you're gonna get. So another thing is direct mail. Direct mail campaigns, that's something that's gonna be fire for me, but it's really expensive. It's like almost $1 per mail that I send out. Today, I something about me, like, I hate ordering things off of Amazon. I hate it. I cannot stand it, right? So I was gonna order envelopes and stamps and all that BS, but then you could also pay for a service for someone to write it, but then it doesn't look like it's real. I found this website where they basically make it look like it's handwritten, but I don't want it to look white. Like, I want it to be like a different color. Like, I don't want it to look like a bill in the mail. It's not a bill. Like, it's special. It's just stand out. And honestly, direct mail I feel like is probably a sleeper method of contacting people, because I saw a stat. It was like, on average, people get 2 pieces of mail per day. I don't know if that's a lot or a little, but to me, I think that's a little. And most of the mail I get is just like credit cards and stuff like that, and they're always white. They're always white. So if I send something that's a different color and it's not gonna be like a bill or anything like that, it should stand out, especially if, like, you don't get a bunch of mail every single day. Like, your mailbox doesn't stuff. It doesn't like fill up all the way. You know, like, there's space. There's a lot of space for new mail, right? And I'm sending the emails and I'm doing that. So what else can I improve in? How can I get better? How can I fix this? How can I need to fix my mindset, man. Like, get over yourself. It's not you. It's a numbers game. Like, get over yourself. Like, don't you want a sweet deal? Like, a sweet, hot, off-market deal, man. And if you're watching and you've been following, you're probably wondering, like, man, what about the deals you were talking about? Look, honestly, you need to have a pipeline of deals to land hot deals. Like, you're gonna get some that are like just shopping around and shit like that. And I have some deals in the works, but I have to figure out how to get the numbers out of them. And, you know, another thing today, I signed up for HubSpot for a CRM, because I need to start following up with these people. Like, I have a lot of leads that I spoke with. I need to create follow-ups. And yeah, like, I just need to work on that. So I need to follow up like a madman. So I did some numbers today. This is a whole lot of talk, but we need to take action, like, for real action. Like, 140 days in, man, like, aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of the BS and whatever self-sabotage or incorrect mindset? Like, bro, just get the fucking thing done. Just get the fucking deal done, man. Just get it over with. Aren't you tired? Don't you want to change your life? Like, I'm tired, man. I'm tired of this. Like, I'm tired of trying and always just, like, coming up short. It's not going to be me anymore. I'm going to fucking get this shit done. That's exactly how I feel. That's the mindset. It's really that simple. So, after doing some numbers, my battery just showed, but anyways, basically, my schedule's set up, and I need to call these offices and these people during work hours. But then I have a job during work hours. So if you're new to this, like, I don't just sit in this room all day, right? I have a job. I have shit I need to pay for. I have all this marketing stuff I need to pay for, and softwares and other stuff, right? So I need to do the dials myself. And these are the numbers I came up with. And then I also want to talk about something else after this, right? So my schedule set up where some days I'm opening up at the store, and then some days I come in late, right? And by the way, this whole schedule is set up where I sleep early and I wake up early. If I'm able to do that, I'll succeed, right? That's where it starts. And then after that, Mondays I'm off, right? And then the days that I open, here, which days do I open? I open 2 days in the week, and I close another 2. And I'm talking about weekdays. I'm not talking about the weekends. I work on weekends too. But that's a side topic, right? I'm just talking about 5 weekdays, right? I'm off 1, I open 2, and then I close 2, right? So the 2 days that I open up, what I could do is I could come into work an hour early, so that way I could hit dials from 8 till 10 a.m. Because after 10 is when the other guys start coming in and they'd be like, oh, why are you doing these calls in the middle of work, right? So from 8 to 10, that's on the early days. And then on the days where I actually close, or no, the days I come in late. So there's two options with this, right? It's still from 8 to 10 because I have to get in around 11, right? So if I wake up early and I get everything done in the morning and I work out and I start cold calling from 8 till 10, and 8, the reason why I pick 8 a.m. is because these offices don't even open until 9 a.m. So what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna sit around for an hour? No, I'm gonna try to call, right? Let's give it a shot. Let's do it, right? So from 8 to 10, and then, it takes about half an hour to drive there and get ready for work or whatever. Take a shower. Anyways, right? I could do the cold calls between 8 to 10, and then at 11 is when I need to get in, right? Or I could drive there, be next to the store around 8 a.m., and then hit calls in my car from 8 till around 11. So I have an extra hour. I have 3 hours. I could get some more calls in, right? So there's two options, but I don't know if I want to hit the calls in my car and if I have enough hotspot on my phone for my laptop. So that's a debate. But basically the whole week, this is what I came up with. 8 to 10 a.m., 2 hours, I could probably hit 50 to 100 dials for 2 hours, right? And then on my off day, I could probably hit 200 dials. So my bad, I don't know what's wrong with my phone, right? But it just randomly cut off. Anyways, moral of what I'm trying to say, I'm not trying to bore you to death. I'm trying to hit 600 dials in a week, 600 dials, right? And out of 600, we'll see what this number gives me. Like, how many of the owners am I going to speak with out of the 600? So we'll attempt that. And if I hit 600 in a week, it'll take me about 2.5 months, maybe 3 months, to hit like around 7,000 dials. And if I don't figure this out after 7,000 dials, man, then you need a strategy change for sure. And at that point, honestly, I probably gave it my all at that point. If I hit that many dials, direct mail, and that much email for that long, I need to start looking at the strategy as a whole. But for now, I think it's gonna work. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna fucking succeed, right? I also need to hit the direct mail. So in a week, how many touch points are we gonna have? If I hit 270 emails a day times 7, it's about 1,900 touch points via email, and then 600 touch points for cold calls, and then maybe 100 direct mail messages a week. So I'm at about 2,600 touch points a week, and that for like 3 months. If I could do that for 3 months, man, there's no way I don't succeed. There's no fucking way. My mindset's on point. I'm hitting the numbers. We'll see what the fuck this shit gives me. We'll see what this gives me. We'll probably hit 2,000 of this in 3 months if I could do that. It's 90 days. I've been doing this for 150 days, 140 days. I could have been done with it already. I just stuck with this. And honestly, out of the days I've been recording this, I've only been doing deal flow for mid-December till now. Right now is mid-February-ish, end of February. So like about 2 months I've been doing this. So far, the deal flow I created is not bad, especially with the job and the case and all the other stuff I have going on. I've been putting in work for real. You can see as the results, the deal flow I've been looking at. Maybe it's not the best results in the world. It could be better, but you'll never find out until you do more, right? You don't know what you don't know until you know. And another thing that I do want to talk about is AI for cold calling. Cold callers for AI, man. I found these different softwares that everyone knows, like, even I've received spam calls from like robots and shit, right? That's not what I'm talking about. Like, there's actually like a cold caller that sounds very much like a human, but it's AI and it knows how to respond to you and prompts and shit like that. And I'm not gonna rely on this, but that's something that I definitely want to experiment with. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely want to play with it because like it could hit like 10,000 dials in like 30 minutes. Like, dude, if you know how to optimize that, like you could be like unstoppable, man. If you just know how to train it, you know how to prompt it, you know how to keep adjusting it, and I'm sure it's not gonna be the best, but like I I heard in QLA like people that are absolutely retarded, like the Austrian Forrest Gump, or he's not retarded, but like they call him Forrest Gump. Like they're saying Forrest Gump could get this done. Like literally examples of like people that are like, are you interested in selling? Like that, like people like that get it done somehow. I haven't went to the castle, man, but listen, I don't know. Maybe I'm naive. I believe it. I believe it. I think it's true. There's a lot of people that, like this guy literally made $500 million talking about Dan Pena, and that's certified. That's legit, and he's telling you this. So not only that, there's a lot of credibility. He's been doing it for a long time. A lot of people succeeded from it. So why not me? Why not me, man? Like, a lot of people did it. Why not me? So if someone that dumb could, or someone that slow, someone that's not that good could get it done, why can't an AI that sounds like an American human being get it done for you? Why not? I'm not saying I'm gonna relax and just let AI do it. I'm gonna hit my numbers and I'm gonna try to do that, which is gonna be hard. Listen, I'm kind of spreading myself too thin at this point. So I need to be careful. Right? No promises, but I think on the weekends, because I'm not hitting dials on the weekends, I could optimize the AI cold calling maybe. I saw some podcasts today when I was driving, guys talking about AI doing your Q of E, like quality of earnings. Like an AI could do that shit. Like why is a human doing these tedious tasks? I don't get it. But yeah, man.